Imagine a world where the sky didn't just darken, it burned. A nuclear exchange has shattered the fragile peace of the modern era, turning cities into craters and the countryside into a radioactive wasteland. You are part of a small group of survivors who thought they were prepared for disaster, but nothing could have prepared you for the sheer scale of the devastation. Welcome to Point of Impact, the first gritty, relentless, and hyper-realistic installment in Kyla Stone's Nuclear Dawn series. If you love detailed prepper logistics, radiation survival strategies, and stories that explore the sheer unadulterated terror of trying to stay alive when the very air you breathe is poison, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in post-apocalyptic fiction, blending the visceral horror of nuclear fallout with the profound resilience of the human spirit. The narrative kicks off in the immediate aftermath of the strikes as our protagonist navigates the chaotic transition from modern convenience to primitive survival amidst the ruins. The atmosphere is thick with the smell of ash and ozone, the silence of dead electronics, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming and that the radiation levels are rising. Stone excels at capturing the brutal reality of the long-term collapse, making every scavenging run, every decontamination ritual, and every tense negotiation feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is a slow, painful death. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular nuclear winter trope. This isn't a story about zombies or mutants. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the environment itself is hostile. Watching the protagonist navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with other survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into an art form is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Nuclear Dawn lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the perimeter. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive, organized raider gang targets the community sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. Point of Impact is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Kyla Stone has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The world ended in fire, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.